Today I'll walk you through 5 actionable tips to improve the checkout pages of your online store. I'm Mogens Møller, I'm CEO and co-founder of Sleeknote. And if you want to learn how to optimize the checkout flow with insights from the biggest e-commerce giants, this video is for you. You probably know websites like ASOS, AliExpress, Target, Nelly, Nordstrom and Wish. But do you know exactly what customers like and don't like on these websites and why they make a buying decision? I do.
Okay.
Because I've been doing more than 240 usability tests, including eye tracking on the biggest online stores in the world, both on desktop and on mobile. Today I'll share with you the low-hanging fruits
Delicious.
about how to optimize your checkout pages. In this video, you will learn how to get the basics right about delivery and return. You will learn about the only good example I've seen for an effective upsell in the basket. You will learn how to benefit from showing personality and using humor. You will learn how to make pop-ups with discount codes much more effective. And finally, you'll get inspiration on how to make a heavy reduction in checkout time. Before I jump into the specific tips and actions, I have one important message about checkout pages. So let's kick it off with tip number 1. The basics in checkout are still crucial. Optimize your delivery time, delivery price, and delivery methods, as well as your return and payment options. If I can only give you one tip from my usability tests about checkout pages, it is to focus on the essentials. Meaning, focus on providing the best experience in terms of delivery and payment. For example, inform all visitors openly about your delivery process from the minute they place the order until they receive it. If possible, offer same-day delivery. Allow the visitor to pick a date and time when they would like to receive the products. This is especially important if you're selling gifts. Provide as many payment options as possible. On mobile, it's crucial to offer specific mobile payment options that the customer can use without having to find a credit card. Next, inform your customers about potential split orders in a clear and logical way. And finally, make it obvious how customers can return products. All these points are important for every online shop, no doubt about that. And if you sell internationally, it's not just important, it's a must. I heard this again and again in my usability tests. When people could see it wasn't a Danish website they are visiting, they focused particularly on delivery time, price and methods, as well as returns. The online stores that got the most praise in my usability test for their checkout pages are Wish, Amazon, AliExpress, Nordstrom, Target and Nelly. Now it's time for my second tip. This is something you can probably copy directly to your own website. Nelly.com is the only good example I've seen for an effective upsell in the basket. A lot of online stores try to upsell different products and services on their checkout pages. And I understand the reasons. Why not try to sell a few extra products and increase the basket size? Sometimes it also makes a lot of sense for the customer because they get relevant product recommendations they can add to their cart. Or sometimes the customer can get free shipping only by adding a bit extra to the cart. The problem is that in my usability tests, almost all these upsell attempts were ineffective. Very few customers even saw the products, often because they were placed at the bottom of the basket page. But I saw one good example. One basket page where all customers looked at the upsell opportunities and several of them actually also added some of the items to the cart. That website is Nelly.com. Nelly.com combined the basket information with delivery and payment information. Until here, it's not that special. Many websites are already doing this. But between the basket content at the top and the delivery information further down the website, Nelly.com shows 2 related products under the headline, "Did you miss?" This is very cleverly made for several reasons. First of all, since this one-page checkout is set up vertically, unlike many others, every customer will scroll over these related products. Secondly, Nelly made it possible to add these products to the cart directly from this page by showing a big image, product name, price, and most importantly, the size selector and an Add to Basket button. Many other websites, however, send the customers away from the checkout page and to the product pages. And third, the headline really catches the customer's attention. I'm pretty sure they've been A/B testing on this one. Every single person in my usability test that visited Nelly commented positively on this. Well done, Nelly.com. Now it's time for a quick inspirational tip. It's not necessarily something that will impact your online revenue massively tomorrow, but maybe something that can put a little smile on your customers' faces. It's time for tip number 3. Show personality and use humor. In today's heavy online competition, all online stores fight to stand out and make a memorable impression that lasts so that the customers hopefully will return and buy from them again. This is actually a lot harder than it sounds because, well, most online stores look similar. Many stores use the same e-commerce platforms that provide the same storefront templates. In my usability test, I saw one website where people paused for a moment, smiled, and some of them even said, "Hey, this is pretty funny. It's not something I've seen on other websites and I like it." This website is Nordstrom.com. When you add an item to your cart on Nordstrom.com, you get a tailored message. For example, when customers add a discounted product to their cart, Nordstrom says, "It's on sale, high five." Or when they add a dress to their cart, Nordstrom says, "Get ready for compliments." Other customers also got messages like, "Gotta love free shipping," and "Excellent choice." And I'm sure Nordstrom has many other messages as well. As I said, that probably won't boost your sales tomorrow, but putting a smile on your visitor's face and leaving a memorable impression can be a very valuable thing in the long run. It's now time for our 4th tip. Are you showing pop-ups with discount codes? Then make it easy to find again after it's been closed. A lot of online stores are showing pop-ups where new customers can sign up for their newsletter and get a discount code. Obviously, I think this is a good idea because I can see in usability tests and in A/B tests that customers like them despite what many think. But also because I run a SaaS business called Slicknote where online stores can create personalized and non-intrusive pop-ups. So my point here is not about whether you should use pop-ups or not. My tip is about making your pop-ups smarter so that they actually become helpful for the customers instead of being annoying. In my usability tests, I saw a perfect example of this. Interestingly, it's from a website I praised earlier for showing smart upsell options, Nelly.com. At Nelly, all visitors got a huge pop-up the moment they land on the website. The pop-up invites new visitors to become a member of Nelly's club and newsletter. Most people in my usability tests closed this box right away. Those who closed it said that they like the fact that they can get 15% off their first order, but they are simply not ready to subscribe yet because they don't know if they want to buy anything from Nelly. And then some of them said, "Please show me this again later." But on Nelly, when this box is closed, it disappears and no one in my usability tests was able to find the 15% offer again. What Nelly could do here instead is to show an extra button in the pop-up with a short text, "Maybe later." And instead of completely removing the pop-up and the offer, Nelly could make it possible to easily open it up again later, for example by showing a little bar in the bottom of the website. By doing this, customers can quickly find the offer when they have added items to their cart or when they are on checkout pages. It's time for my last tip. This is tip number 5. Experiment with reducing the time during checkout, for example by using Apple Pay. We all know that reducing friction in general increases conversions. And by default, checkout pages contain plenty of friction. Sometimes, if you want to see substantial conversion increases, you also need to make substantial changes. One of these changes could be to offer your visitors to check out 300 to 400% faster than before, for example by offering Apple Pay directly on your product categories and product pages. Many of the people in my usability tests had this experience for the first time when they shopped at JD Sports. As you can see here, at JD Sports you can find a product, choose Quick Buy, choose Size, and then choose Apple Pay. Scan your fingerprint and voila! You've now gone through checkout in under 15 seconds. I'm not saying this should be the only way to check out in your online store. I can definitely see some challenges in this way of checking out, hence my first tip in this video. But try to test it out and please let me know when you begin to get some data. Then maybe I can make a follow-up video about it. So, did you learn something new from today's video? Then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. And if you want non-intrusive and personalized pop-ups on your website, head over to slicknote.com and start a free trial. Also, if you want us to usability test and do eye tracking on your online store or benchmark it against these big websites that I've tested, just send me an email on mm@sleeknote.com. Now I want to turn it over to you. Which of the checkout tips from this video are you going to use first? Are you going to optimize the basics about delivery and return? Are you going to copy Nelly.com's great example on upselling in the basket? Are you going to play with personality and humor in the add to basket confirmation? Are you going to optimize your pop-ups with discount codes? Or are you going to experiment with reducing the time during checkout? Let me know by leaving a comment below right now. Many of the people in my usability test had this experience. Many of the people in my usability tests had this or benchmark it directly on your product categories and